Was Jim Everett the second greatest quarterback in Saints history? Before you kill me in the comments, let's talk about it. Who dat, everybody? St. John Butler back with another Who's Number 2 video. Now, typically I have a guest come and help me out with this argument, but for the Jim Everett argument, I had no takers.
So really?
But if you're watching, Jim, I got you. Don't worry about it. This video is brought to you by SeatGeek.com. Use promo code John Butler at checkout. Save yourself 20 bucks. Let's get back to the video. Now, Jim Everett did not play nearly as much time in New Orleans as the other three candidates that we have in this series. So it's kind of tough to compare the compiling numbers like the touchdowns and the wins and things like that, even playoff appearances, because he just didn't have the time in that the other three guys had. So my argument for Jim is going to be a little different. Let me dive into the numbers. The first thing I would bring up is completion percentage. Jim Everett is second in Saints history amongst these quarterbacks in completion percentage, obviously behind Drew Brees. Another statistic you could use is yards per game. Again, Jim Everett second behind Drew Brees. Quarterback rating is another one. Jim Everett, again, second behind Drew Brees. Sack percentage, the ability to get rid of that ball and make decisions quickly. Jim Everett, second behind Drew Brees. One other statistic that Jim Everett was second in, unfortunately for him, was he had the second worst defenses of these quarterbacks. Aaron Brooks had the worst, and Jim Everett was a close second. Now, despite being in New Orleans for only 3 years, he did finish with over 10,600 passing yards, which was pretty remarkable considering the league wasn't as refined as far as the passing rules, the receiving rules, and the numbers weren't quite as gaudy as, weren't nearly as gaudy as they are right now. And one other thing that those other quarterbacks didn't have is a moment like this.
Exactly.
Well, we got no problems then.
I think that you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
God, I love that video. Love that video. In any event, hopefully throwing some numbers at you, you learn something. Maybe you'll look at Jim Everett a little differently in Saints history and consider him a little bit higher than maybe you did before. In any event, I appreciate the support, appreciate the love. If you want to throw a like or a comment, subscribe, all the buttons that YouTube says, do this, and the channel will get more love. Show me that love. I appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Who dat, baby?